So in this video we can learn about the addressing modes, in which it will be having, as we have learned, an instruction will be having an opcode field followed with an operand field. There is one more bit that will be used to indicate the addressing mode also. Okay. So in case of opcode field means that it indicates the operation that need to be performed, and operands the data on which the operation will be performed. So this operand, it can be obtained either from the accumulator general purpose register or from some memory location. Then addressing mode is a way in which the operands are chosen during the program execution. So based on the addressing mode that is being used, it determines whether the operand has the address value or the data value or any other numeric value, so that you will be able to understand when we start with the instructions. The addressing mode specifies a rule for interpreting or modifying the address field of the instruction before the operand is actually referenced. The effective address is being computed in order to fetch any operand for the instruction to get executed. So an effective address means that it is the actual location of any operand of an instruction. So when an instruction is fetched from the memory, it will be having an operand field, it will be having operand fields, and in order to fetch the operand from the target location, we need to compute the effective address. Okay, the effective address is the actual location of an operand for any instruction, and this effective address calculation will be based on the addressing mode that is being used. So addressing mode helps in understanding how the operands are being stored in the or how the operands should be accessed from the memory or from any target location. Different types of addressing modes include immediate mode, register mode, absolute or direct mode, indirect mode, index mode, base with index and offset, relative mode, auto increment mode, auto decrement mode. Okay, so these are the different types of addressing modes. So as we have said, the instruction, it will be having an opcode field, mode, and operand or address. Okay, so this is a way in which an instruction will be denoted. So starting with the first addressing mode, that is the immediate addressing mode. The operand, it is a part of the instruction, and here in case of operand, it indicates the value directly. Okay, for if an immediate addressing mode is used, which means that inside the instruction a direct value is being used as an operand. For example, here move #5, R1. So this #5 indicates the direct value, and the operation performed is like, to the R1 register 5 is being stored. So first one will be the source and second is the destination. Move 5 to the register value R1. So no memory reference is given in this addressing mode. Or if we are making use of immediate addressing, means no reference to the memory is given. It is fast and limited range. So 5 is copied to the register R1. Then register addressing mode. So immediate addressing mode means you will be having a direct value that is placed in the instruction. Register addressing mode is like, inside the instruction you will be having operands, that is having registers alone. So operand, it will be held in the register whose name is given in the instruction in address field. Okay, so effective address is like the register, that is the register name will be given in the operand field. So no memory access will be there for register addressing. The operands will be just the registers. Move R, for example, move R1, R2 and add R1, R2. These are some examples for, that is making use of register addressing mode. As I have said in the instruction type, I have said that the instruction, if it is making use of registers in the operand field, means it will be having the size very less when compared to some memory location as an operand field. So in this case, instructions are shorter and faster instruction fetch and execution will be done. Also, the address field will be very small. Okay, why this address field is small? Because it is having shorter instruction and the memory is not being used. Memory location is not necessary to be accessed. Then register addressing mode example is like, in the instruction you will be having the name of the register, and inside that register you will be having the operand field, that is the value. So move, for example, move R2, R1 means if you are having the registers like R1, R2, R3 having its own values in R2 and R3, then according to the instruction here, R2 value will be copied to R1. Okay, so immediate means inside the instruction you will be having the direct value and no fetching of information from the memory is being done, and also it is represented with the hash symbol in place in front of the value. Then register addressing mode is like, inside the instruction you will be having the registers. Limited number of registers will be used. The instruction size will be small since this registers it is being used instead of memory locations. So the size of the instruction gets lessened. Then direct or absolute addressing mode. In that case, address field contains the address of the operand, which means that it will be having the memory location. So as said earlier, memory location will be represented using some names. So in this we can see that move A, R1, where A represents the memory location. So effective address will be the memory address that is specified in the instruction. Okay, effective address will be equal to the memory address that is specified in the instruction. A single memory reference will be used to access the data. No additional calculations is done to compute the effective address. It will be having a limited address space. Okay, so for direct or absolute addressing, the memory location as such will be placed in the instruction from which the value will be fetched. So example here it is like this. In the instruction you will be having a memory location, and from the memory, in that location you will be having the value which will be placed on the register R1. Okay, so if A is representing some address 101, so inside the memory 101 it will be pointing to 101 memory location, which will be having the value 0104. So this value it will be copied to the register R1. Okay, the value will be copied to the register R1. it can be either a value or any value it can take, or a data value or an address value. This is the case with direct or absolute addressing. Next is indirect addressing. Memory cell will be pointing to some address field which contains the address of the operand. Okay, so inside the instruction you will be having a location where the address of the actual value it is being stored. So in order to compute the effective address, it will be represented like this. E of EA is equal to within square bracket A, which means that A will be specified in the instruction, but in this A you will be having an address where the actual value is being stored. So in order to get the address, you need to specify this square bracket. Okay, that is, content of that memory location will be the effective address. So for any indirect addressing, effective address will be like the content of the variable that is stored. Content of the variable will be having the address of the actual value. Okay, so look in A, find an address that is the content of A, looks in memory at that address location for the operand, that is the actual value. So for example, if we need to implement like E is equal to star D, where D is a pointer variable. What is the meaning of that? D will be having an address where the actual value will be stored. So in order to implement the statement, we can give the commands like this. Okay, move D comma R1. So D will be having an address which will be copied to R1. Okay, so D here what it indicates, using direct addressing, D's value will be stored to R1. Okay, in R1 will be having again one address, some value it is having in R1. So executing the next instruction, move R1 comma E, that is here bracket is being used, which means that R1 is having one address and the content of that address will be taken and placed in E. Okay, so if in order to represent any indirect addressing inside the instruction, what you need to make use of is inside the instruction which variable it is storing the address, it should be enclosed within this parenthesis. Okay, so if a parenthesis is seen inside the instruction, then that variable will be having an address, and the whole instruction will be following an indirect addressing mode. So same instruction, it can be written like this also. Move D within bracket D comma E, which means that D is having an address, and inside that address you will be having one value. Okay, so in this case it will be having a larger address space will be required, and you can also cascade which means that you will be able to cascade the instruction like this. That is, effective address can be computed like this also, which means A is having one address, the content of A will be having another address, again content of that address will be pointing to some other location where the actual value is being stored. So it can be nested, multi-level or cascaded. Multiple memory accesses also is being done in